What up, what up? Welcome to Mr. Brown's class where there's no whining and no complaining. Today we're on lesson 34, decimal numbers on the number line. Now first we're going to look at centimeters and see how many centimeters this is. Now we're going to imagine that it's not at 0, but we're going to imagine that this nail or the screw goes all the way to 0. Okay? So it starts at 0, right? It goes all the way to here. Now, so if we want to know how many centimeters this is, right, we need to know how many tick marks there are in between here. And we know that there should be 9, all right, but each one of these is a tenth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hash marks, so each one of them is a tenth. So this is 5 and 1/10. Right, which is 5.1, right? Because remember that this is tenths, so since it's over 10, we can just write 5.1. Now, how many millimeters is this? Well, we know that each centimeter is how many millimeters? 10. So this is 10 millimeters, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51 millimeters. So notice what we did. When we went from centimeters to millimeters, we just multiplied by 10, so we just moved the decimal one spot. Okay, so not very difficult. Okay, for this rectangle, we want to find perimeter in meters. And notice that it's in centimeters. Okay, so let's find this perimeter in centimeters. So remember that perimeter equals 2 times the L length plus 2 times the W. So 2 times 12 plus 2 times 7. 24 plus 14 equals 38. So 38 centimeters. Now we know that there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Okay, well, is that 100 centimeters? No. Or we could say that a centimeter, 1 centimeter, okay, equals 1/100th of a meter. Okay, so this is going 38 centimeters is 38 out of 100 meters, okay, which is 0.38, 38 hundredths. So we could write it 0.38, okay. So we need to know that there's 100 centimeters in a meter. Now, if this would add up to over 100, then it would be 1 point something, okay. Okay, we want to arrange these least to greatest. So the first thing we're going to do is line them up with the decimal place. 4.5, 4.25, 4.81. Now, the ones are all the same, so we're going to look at the tenths. Right? The smallest one is 4.25. Next one is 4.5. And the largest is 4.81 because 2 is the smallest out of all 3 of these. 5 is the next smallest, and then 8 is the largest. Okay? Now, let's look at a number line. Okay. So now, let's say that I have, this is 4.0, and we have 4.1. Okay? And in between here, all right, and then over here we have 4.2. Okay, now let's say I put a dot right on this one. Okay, now we know that it's more than 4, but it's in between 4.0 and 4.1. So we know that it's 4.0 something. Okay, now we just have to figure out what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's at the 7th spot. 8, 9 tenths. So it's 7 tenths. So our number on that number line is actually 4.07. 4 and 7 hundredths. Let's say that I put a dot here. Okay, well now it's in between 4.1 and 4.2. So we know it's going to be 4.1 something. So it's 1, 2, 3. 3 hundredths. Okay, so this gets difficult at first, but after a while it's really easy. Okay, so it's in between 4.1 and 4.2. So we know that this is going to be hundredths. Everybody have a nice night. Remember, be more awesome.